Alright guys, what's up? I'm back. It's taking me a bit to get to this video, so sorry about that, but here we are. Today I want to do my... Oh, there's my cat. Today I want to do Black Clover Theory video, kind of a discussion, mostly just theory. Nero. I'm gonna do my Nero video. Alright, I'm filming this after, this video will have a lot of manga spoilers. I started talking and getting going, and then I realized that it was just all manga spoilers at the end, so sorry. But yeah, so Nero. There's something up with this damn bird, I'm telling you. There's just so many nuanced things connected to him, seemingly. You first see him in chapter 2. He's not really introduced, but he's in with a bunch of these other anti-magic birds when they attack Asta. I mean, you can see him. He looks completely different. He stands out, but they don't, like, point him out. And then when he does first actually show up, it's in, what's the name of that village? Where they fight the crystal guy. Magna's home village. I don't remember. I should have looked up the name of that before this. Oops. But yeah, they first actually like point him out there right after they win, and Asta passes out because he went through a lot. The bird all of a sudden climbs out of his clothes. We don't have a name for him yet at this point or anything. He just climbs out of his clothes like, oh my gosh, a bird just climbed out of his clothes seemingly out of nowhere. Immediately takes to the air and starts looking for the magic stone. Like, there's something up with that. Like, he just immediately was on a mission to find that stone. And then he brings it to Asta and starts hitting him in the head with it. Like, here, this is yours. Like, he's displaying intelligence. None of the other birds, they just attacked people with low magic or Asta with no magic, and then they went on their way. There's more to them, and I'll get to what I think potentially in a bit. But yeah, I'll pull up the pictures again. He looks completely different. I mean, right here, the tail, it shows the tail specifically. I mean, he's got two like arrows coming out, and then the other birds have a pretty generic tail. And then the feathers on top of the head, he's just got the one, kind of like Asta's got one pointing up, or like Meliodas, if you're familiar with Seven Deadly Sins, he's got that one just kind of thing poking up. Nero's kind of got that going on, and the other birds actually have like a plume. So I mean, the eyes are completely different. He's got like almost human-looking eyes, although I mean, he looks stoned all the time. But the other ones have the little beady black eyes, and even the horns. It's like if you in this one angle, it could just be the angle, but the other ones' horns seem to kind of point down, and Nero's point up. So, I don't know, there's so many differences. He's clearly not just a normal one of these anti-magic birds. And I mean, ever since he met Asta, he's gone with him everywhere. There's almost nowhere he has not shown up with them. The dungeon, the water temple, the witch's forest, the tournament, facing the elves, and just everywhere. It's just wild. And then he seems to be acting as Asta's like magic sensory, because Asta can't sense magic because he doesn't have any magic. So in the dungeon, Nero pointed him after Luck just ditched him because he wanted to go have a fun fighting. Nero pointed them to the right tunnel, and then when they beat Mars, and then they go into the treasure room, kind of like from Magi. He's pointing at the wall that the sword is behind, even before the Asta gets knocked through it later, and then Nero immediately flies through, lands on the sword, and is like, here, like he just points everything out. He's picked up 3 magic stones, the one in Magna's village, the water temple, he found the stone, and then the witch's earring. He landed on the witch's shoulder and just started pecking the earring. Like, he's looking for these stones. And the stones are very heavily involved with the Eyes of the Midnight Sun. I'm not saying I think Nero's evil, but it's weird. Like, they're looking for the same thing. When Asta and Yuno are fighting the real Licht, I was looking. I wanted to know if they had seen each other before, Nero and Licht. And I was looking specifically, and I was like, he's not here, he's not here. And then they're fighting, and all of a sudden, Nero climbs out of Asta's clothes and immediately starts pecking him in the head. And Asta even goes, whoa, what are you doing? Like, what? But then we never get the answer, because Licht starts a massive volley of sword blasts and then takes the demon dweller and gives the demon ruin, seemingly gives, I mean, it hasn't been confirmed, but seemingly gives the demon ruin sword, and then blasts him out of the palace, including Nero, everybody. Mimosa was there, she gets blasted out, Asta, Yuno, Nero, and they land right next to Nozel. Nero continues to go with them back to Haji. He hangs out and watches while they defend Haji village. Back when they encounter Luck, Nero's there watching. Like, he's everywhere. And then Asta gets into the in-between worlds, and Nero doesn't follow him. Nero ends up getting stuck outside with Yuno until the stone opens the portal, and then it shows Nero, exclamation point, and Nero beelines for the beam that the stone is making. Like, he knows what's going on. Everything he recognizes, he knows. And back to him seeing Licht, as soon as he came out of Asta's clothes, he to me, he was trying to say something about Licht, as if he recognized Licht, at least, if he didn't already, like, actually know him. Here's the thing. I think Nero is somehow connected to the first Wizard King. I don't know how. There's no... The only reason I think that is because everything that's involved with this reincarnation, which he helped stop, this bird knows about. The swords, the stones, recognizing Licht. I don't know if he ever had that reaction with Patry. I should have looked. Someone, if you know, let me know. Did he have that kind of reaction, like when he saw Licht and when he saw Patry? So, I don't know. It all seems to just line up to me. I don't know how they're gonna be connected. I don't think he's is the first Wizard King. I don't think he's a reincarnation of the first Wizard King. But I don't know if he's in some way involved with the first Wizard King. It wouldn't surprise me, I guess. It would be the best way to say it. And then on top, besides what I think about his past, I think because we still haven't seen him in the in-between worlds. We've checked in on pretty much everybody, but we haven't seen Nero. I think, and I don't know if Licht is in this in-between world, or how he could have gotten there if he's not, but I think Licht and Nero are going to show up together. I think Nero beelined for Licht when he got into the in-between world, and I think they're going to show up together to confront the demon in some way. And I think Yami's going to show up also, and it's going to be interesting. A lot could happen. But apart from that, I wanted to go through some of the other theories I've heard. And actually, I had an idea early in the series, like when Nero was, like when they were naming him and stuff. I was like, I wonder how this, because he seems like at least some kind of a character. How is he going to play into the story? I thought he was going to grow really big somehow, and he would be Asta's ride because Asta can't fly. So I was like, oh, that would make sense if he had like a bird mount, but I don't know if Nero will ever come close to big enough. So that was my idea. That was kind of a dumb idea. But some other things is, I've read theories on like Reddit that it was Nero is actually who dropped them off at the church, and then they had transforming magic But my thing is, why, if you're gonna stick with him now, like, I don't know why you abandoned them for 15 years. uh, but I mean, who knows? Any of these could be right, I guess. A lot of people have said Nero could be the anti-magic spirit, but I don't. I feel like they said there's only 4: wind, fire, water, and ground, I think. And on top of that, if they start putting too many spirits in the Clover Kingdom, the Clover Kingdom's kind of a way more powerhouse than anyone else, and they could take over anyone. Like, you got to kind of balance the countries. There's still 3 other countries out there, 3 other kingdoms, and then there's like Yami's homeworld. So there's a lot of different places. I'm getting off topic anyway. Some people think he's a demon in some way, or involved with the demons, possessed by a demon, or is a demon. Some people think it's Julius Novachrono, or have said, I guess, it was Julius Novachrono following them around. But given circumstances, I don't think that could be the case. But so, yeah, I've kind of dragged on, kind of got off topic, but I really am curious about Nero. Like, there's so many possibilities of what could be his story, what he could be up to, what he's thinking, because he's obviously thinking. He's a smart bird. But yeah, I mean, I'm fascinated with Nero, and I can't wait. I think we'll get some Nero stuff soon. Or at least I hope. It's been like 8 chapters. It's been since Yuno got into the in-between world. We have no word on Nero, which is rare. He's usually, I mean, you usually don't go 2 chapters without seeing Nero. So something's going on with Nero. He's up to something right now. But yeah, that's it for my Nero video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did filming this. This has been a good time. Later.